What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Minecraft. As you can probably tell from how fast it's going, I'm not actively playing this right now. I did this on stream last night. I remembered that the next thing I was supposed to do for Minecraft was to build a house, and I keep putting it off, which is why I haven't been recording any Minecraft, because I promised I'd build a house, and then I didn't want to build a house, so... I did it on stream, and I had it sped up 3 times, I believe, so we can just run through it. The first thing I was doing was tearing down all of the old ocean monuments, like I had mentioned that I wanted to. I broke my pickaxe. I really should have just, made, 3 of them to start with and take them all over there. But that would make too much sense, so I ended up having to make a couple trips to go back and break it down. But I wanted to use the materials that were already available to us, so we ended up getting stone brick, mossy stone brick, cracked stone brick, chiseled stone, some smooth, granite, or chiseled granite, I don't know what it's called, the fancy granite, I don't know, I don't really use it, because I don't usually use granite, so, and then some mossy cobblestone. We got a decent amount of, blocks, I'd say, from tearing all these down. Not enough in the end for what I wanted. I am gonna have to get some more parts and stuff figured out, but I figured it was a good starting place. And it it clears out the beach area um, that was left after we cleared out the monuments. And it turned out that one of the monuments I didn't actually clear out the chest fully. There was a treasure chest I found in it. But that's a later issue. But yeah. I did try to come back later. I also found prismarine here that we'd left, that I just didn't know was there. I'm hoping I got all of the stone and stuff. Once I got everything cleared out, I did try to, go through a few times and make sure there was no stone left, but I can't guarantee it. And I am gonna have to go back and fill in the beach, because now it's all uneven. But I don't like dealing with water at all, so I blocked this off as best as I could, so I could continue to mine without dealing with the penalty of the water running through, or the penalty that it gives us in general. It this is why I was putting off building the house for so long, was because it took me so long just to tear them all down. Um, and I really didn't want to just sit and deal with it. I've been having some issues, getting the motivation to do things that I know will take a while, so I just keep putting them off. And I broke my pickaxe, and it was night, and I only had 2 hearts, and I really didn't want to go back to the house, because I was afraid I was going to die. Um, and so eventually, I went and googled some stuff, which is what the break there was. I thought I cut them all out, and I'm too lazy to go back and cut it out again. And then I went back to the house, and I was being chased by spiders, so I climbed up a tower, tried fighting the spiders, fell, died, got all my stuff back, smacked the spider with a shovel, and, yeah, I was low-key panicking this whole time, because I just wanted to tear down this village. I was almost done with it. It wasn't even a village, the monuments. I do like how some of the not monuments, temples, I guess, do spawn, old villages, with how many buildings there are. I also really just need to spawn proof the beach and stuff, I've realized. Because there's You'll see it in the next episode, but there's a lot of stuff nearby where I live that makes it dangerous, and I have decided that I will have one safe space, and it is the small part of the island I live on. So I'm gonna end up having to go through and spawn-proof the absolute hell out of it. But I didn't want to use the gravel to build with because I don't like gravel and I don't like the sound it makes. This may not make sense, but it's too crunchy to me. I don't like the sound it makes. This isn't the only witch I killed. I ended up going after quite a few of them, but they kept showing up, so I didn't want to deal with it. And I think at this point I decided that that was all of the stuff I was gonna get. I did go back and find one more temple later, but I decided to start with what we had. And I didn't really have many ideas for what or how I wanted to build. So I just kind of looked at the shape of the area where we already had a clear space. And what I usually do when I'm building and I don't have any ideas is I'll just mark out corners with a certain block. And then fill in between those with a different block. So that's what I started with. I was using the chiseled stone bricks um, to make the corners. I am going to have to go back and make some more of those eventually because they were not the most common of blocks. And then we are using the mossy stone bricks for the first floor walls. And I've decided that the separate it into 2 floors was the goal at this point. I had to move all of my chests very slowly, because my inventory was pretty full. And I did end up moving them all again later because I wanted to put a door where I'm putting the chests right now. And I ended up needing to move the chests to get them somewhere else because I didn't want them to be right next to the door, because even though this is only my world, I still have that fear that someone's gonna come into my house and take my stuff. That's on unresolved childhood trauma, but that's for a different video. But yes, after I got most of the chests figured out, I went back to fill in the walls. I had to move my crafting table, and the furnace ended up staying in about the same area. I just moved it a little bit. I put it over by the crafting table, but then I almost immediately moved it back. Eventually I will probably come back in and put windows in. Because just straight walls is kind of boring, but I wanted to build with what I had at first, and I didn't feel like tearing down the glass. This is where I decided to put all my metal and stuff for crafting, so I moved the pickaxe, not the pickaxe, the furnace over there. I made a terrible mistake when I broke these chests because I didn't have room in my inventory for it, and I just lost all the stuff. But this is just going to be a generic block chest for now, I've decided. I'm keeping that single block of grass that I got from an Enderman forever, for no reason other than I wanted it. Here, I thought I had a composter. I did not. I need to make one so I can get rid of all my seeds. I don't like having seeds. But just filling all of that in and getting most of the junk out of my inventory, and then we went back to do the walls. I'm gonna do 2 front doors and then a single back door, which is why I was leaving the space there. Then I'm gonna set up some pillars in front of the house with... This is when I decided, oh, I should put in a back door, because my mind's behind the house. So I had to move the food chest. And then after moving the food chest, I was like, I should probably move these other chests as well. So that's the next few minutes, is just moving everything out of the way. Eventually I'll probably move the treasure chest and the tool chest as well. They're just kind of in an awkward corner right now. I just needed them out of the way so that the doorway could be just a doorway. But after that, I set up some oak doors. Those will also probably get changed at some point, but it's what I had on hand. And I didn't want to try to keep fighting it. Then I used the rest of my mossy stone brick to fill in the walls. I decided the walls are going to be 4 high. I do think I need more stone brick for that. I'll have to check the build. Um, they're going to be 4 high, and then the second floor is going to have the regular stone brick for both walls. I was going to say for both walls and flooring, but no, I do end up changing the flooring to be the cracked stone brick. It just, after I filled all of this in, I was like, you know, I don't think so. The stairs I did make too wide and then keep too wide. I do plan on putting in a pathway out front, which is why I put the there. But, of course, I went through all of the stone that I had before I decided, I don't want this. But yeah, the first set of walls are 4 high, because that's the 3 of the downstairs, and then the line up of where the floor is on the second floor. And then above that is when we drop down. My first idea for the flooring was to use the cracked stone brick on the first floor. And I put it all down, looked at it, looked at what I had left, looked at the outside. I also decided that I don't really care for the chiseled stone brick, so I'm probably going to put vines over it eventually, so it blends in a little more. And then I decided I'm putting the mossy cobblestone down for flooring instead, and the broken stone brick. Cracked stone brick? Same. But the cracked stone brick, I decided to move up to the second floor as the flooring. And then we are going to use the regular stone brick as the walls. But I feel like it tied in a little bit better that way. It just also meant everything I had done needed to be undone. Which honestly is how I end up building a lot of the times. But so I had to tear all of this out. Which took a while. I should really work on getting like an enchanting table and stuff so I can mine faster. But I feel like there's so much more important things I could be doing mining wise. I have to look at our checklist and see where we are on the checklist. I do need to like mark that I died like 2 more times on it as well. Then I decided to put the stone brick up. I tore out the rest of this flooring because as much as I don't like having an empty floor, I don't want to leave it there and then have a mismatched floor or forget that that's the floor I want. I also didn't want to cook too much of the stone and then end up not needing it, so this is where I decided to start clearing out some of the sand so I could flatten out the beach area so it wasn't... Actually, first I was going to look for more stone because I'd run out of stone bricks. And then I decided to fill in the sand a bit so it's not so deep and drastic of a change. And then I realized I can use the gravel for that because I have no use for all of this gravel. But I dived down and realized, oh hey, there is another part of the temple down here. So I was going to mine that up. Realized it would take 50 years. So I did a little bit more of the gravel work, but then I went back to the house and grabbed the back door. I think it was the back door. I grabbed one of the oak doors. There was a skeleton on my roof, by the way, which jumped down. But yeah, I grabbed a door, went back to the mine. Not mine. It's not a mine. The temple. Oh yeah, there's a waterfall way over there, and I couldn't tell if it was a waterfall or like a ruined portal, so I just stared at it for a while. But set down the door and used that to have a little air pocket so I could mine out most of these blocks. I only had to move it like once, I think, to get all of them. And then I could get all mining. I don't like mining through air pockets because of the way the water sets up. It makes it really dark. And I have to swim out of the water to make sure I'm getting the right blocks sometimes. I think that's just a part of how the water itself works. But once I thought I had it all, I also grabbed the magma block, I believe, and then grabbed my door, and we went back up. I grabbed the rest of this gravel to fill in the floor. I didn't finish filling in the beach. It's still partially undone. I just wanted to get it as done as I could with as much as I cared at the time. So once I broke my shovel, I just kind of stopped. Because I had more interesting things I wanted to do at the time. Because I was doing this on stream. I wanted to not just be filling in a beach all day. Because, like, listen, it's not riveting gameplay, which is why it's sped up 3 times, but it's still taking up like 5 minutes of this video, so I apologize. But the shovel had broken, so at that point we just left it, and I went to try to fill in some more of the castle. The castle at this point still isn't done. I did, after this part of the recording, I did go back and do some more stuff. You'll see that in the next episode. I went on some adventures. I wanted to get either moss or vines so I could fill in more of the flooring and stuff. And we did get them, but it was the most stressful Minecraft experience I've had in quite a while. But I filled in more of the walls. Actually, I do think I'll have to look at it from the outside, because I don't know if I actually finished all of the walls. Because you can't tell from the outside. Or the inside. Went back to the beach to continue filling in with the sand I had. I haven't decided where I'm going to put windows yet, which is why I haven't started making any. But the beach is almost filled back in. I just wanted it to be filled into water level. Was all I cared about. I don't know what I'm going to do with the magma. I do eventually want to do something with it. I just haven't decided what. But this is about as far as I got with the house at this point. I do have to clear out a pathway for that. But I did have enough to finish out the flooring, at least, on the... what's it called? On the second floor. So I had that, and I had a bit of torches to fill in. But I will show you what we've got for the house as of right now. So I didn't stop and record what the building looked like before. Have I been lying to you about how high the house was? No. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it's just the dirt there. I was very confused for a second. Yeah, no, maybe I did finish out the mossy stone. I do need more chisel stone and stuff, but I didn't stop to record it before I went off on my adventure. I really should have. I didn't think about it. So I didn't have this much stone at the end of that part, you can tell. I went and found some moss and stuff so I can make my own mossy cobblestone. I still have a decent ways to fill in for here. But I don't have any rooms or anything set up. I just basic small area. But this is what it looks like for now. Probably not gonna roof in the second floor. It's just gonna be open. Maybe like 2 high walls. Haven't decided yet, but we just need more chiseled stone and stuff, and regular stone bricks to fill it in. I should move this, but I haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, this is what our little house looks like for now, so we can check that off of our list, but that'll be like 2 episodes from now when I actually bring the list back, because I already recorded the next part. I'm actually gonna jump right into editing that as well, because I did record it right away. Yeah, this is our little house. It looks terrible, and I hope you hate it just as much as I do. Spoiler alert, I found azaleas. Uh, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be back soon with more Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any advice or anything for Minecraft or just gaming in general, please let me know in the comments down below. And I will hopefully see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.